Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to entitle this because I'm going to touch on a few things. And what I noticed, the last several videos I've done like this that are not guitar covers or bass covers, it's kind of had a hard to categorize them. But unfortunately, they don't come off as being positive. And they are. What they are is showing you guys how messed up things are. You know, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news or give you some kind of dark, but I guess it's kind of an educational thing. That's kind of how I look at it because it's just a lot of things that I see, and I'm sure you guys see too, because you guys say, hey, Morris, man, I agree with you 100%. And it's just, I guess, to make people aware of how things are, and they shouldn't be that way. Because like with this video, I'm going to touch on some stuff and rehash what happened yesterday. I bought a guitar off of eBay, and the guy didn't even have the common courtesy to keep me updated, because people on eBay, for the most part, try to get your stuff out as quick as possible, 2 days, sometimes the next day. When you pass the whole fucking week and you won't even tell the buyer, okay, I'm a little behind, or blah, blah, blah. Just give me an update, because like I said, it's not acceptable. And I don't accept stuff like that. You're not going to get my money when you don't treat me the way you're supposed to. It's been 5 days, and I inquired, which I shouldn't have had to do. I said, dude, when are you shipping my guitar? I've been working, blah, 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 and still never gave me a definitive answer, And then yesterday when I caused a fuss, contacted eBay, and I can get it en route today. So now, since you got the fire under your ass, you can get it out today. But earlier today, you told me you was behind and still couldn't give me a date, which lets me know you could do it. You just choose not to at this time. I'm like, I don't deal with people like that. I mean, I just don't deal with people like that. You don't get my money. So I basically told him, I said, okay, you know what, dude, just cancel this, man, because it's been 5 days. I could have got one, one here already. And this is not one even in transit yet. It still ain't been shipped. So I'm like, I can't deal with you, dude. So yesterday he responded kind of in a way, not, it was kind of subtle, but I got the message. And he was like, well, I get it en route today, and I hope you understand. Now, I hope you understand. I told you don't send it. So he's going to try to send it anyway. And I'm like, okay, you can do what you want, because now I'm going to contact PayPal today because eBay all sheepish, so we can't cancel. Why can't you cancel? You eBay. What they're basically saying to me is we don't get involved with this. But yet you're the one that's making the money. This is your platform. But yet you owe me about me giving you my router number. I'm not giving you shit, okay? I'm not longer selling on there. That's very personal, private, sensitive information. And for most of you guys that don't know that, almost every day, any given day of the week, there are these people that are pretty smart, but they're scandalous, cheating, lying people that will steal that information from big companies. It happens almost every day. I'm not going to be one of the victims. Why? Because the company that wants this information from me is not getting it. You're not forced to give nobody nothing just because they ask for it and keep asking for it. They didn't ask me about 7 times in the email. I'm like, you need to be focused on being able to override this stuff with the buyers, or the sellers on your site that ain't right, but yet you want to get it into my personal business. And that's the purpose of me having PayPal, is to separate that from my checking. I don't want nothing involved in my checking that shouldn't be involved in my checking. When I buy stuff, PayPal. This is why I set up PayPal, for that reason, not to be having people pulling out of my checking account and all that nonsense. So I'm going to, in about another 30 minutes, I'm going to call PayPal and put a stop on that money. Because I told the guy in 2 emails, I'm no longer interested. You sell with me, dude. You're not keeping my money because based on how you treated your customer. This could have got easily resolved by simply sending me an update. After the 3rd day of me paying you, let me know what's the deal. So a whole week later, you ain't said nothing still, and now you don't know when you're going to ship my item. And then when I got eBay on your ass. Oh, I can get this out today. Don't worry about it, man. Keep it, because I don't want it now. I seen another one anyway. So I seen another one the other day. Same color, price cheaper. So I contacted the guy. I said, I like the color. How's the action on guitar? Because I like low action. I'm not a fan of big action or high action. And this is what he sent me back. I'm going to read it in a minute. And what I'm going to read is what I've told you guys many times before. But I'm going to read it first. So I thought, say, hey, how's the action, man? I'm interested. So this is his response. Let me check it out tomorrow because I haven't played it in a while. Now, you guys recall me mentioning that you selling shit, but you haven't played it and tested it yet? Every guitar that I sell you guys, I test and I put new strings on. The last guitar, the Seafoam Green, which looks like I'm going to keep because I said after 5 days, no interest, I'm going to keep it and send the guys $150 to help with his father's funeral. And when I played it, I discovered just dust in the pots and the volume switch is a little iffy, but I'm going to blow that out today, actually. Because that's all it is. It's not that there's a shortage in the wire, just that it hasn't been played in a while. And when it hasn't been played and those knobs haven't been turned, dust deposits in those pots and create that. And I acknowledge that to you guys. I didn't sit here and say this, I'm selling this. I haven't played it, I haven't played it in months, but I'm selling it. I can't give you no information on this if I don't play it and test it. So I just don't understand this, because I haven't played it in a while. You're selling it, but you haven't played it. You haven't tested it. What kind of shit is that, And I'm sick of this. I'm sick of reading stuff like this because these people know better. They just lazy and just don't give a shit about their customers, and it's just not right. So most likely I'm not going to be buying this one either, because I'm like, come on, man. You selling something, you post it up there and you ain't touched it. It's like selling a car. I ain't driven this car in 10 years. And that's fine if you're going to give a substantial discount to say, well, hey, I just haven't had time or I just don't want to. So I'm selling it for this price. And that's one of the reasons why I'm selling it for this price. But I'm tired of this. I refuse to not be treated like the customer that I deserve to be treated by. How? It's just ridiculous. And I hope you guys feel the same, that you're not going to let anybody force something on you, take your money, and no, it's just not going to happen. And just one more before I sign off. And I've had this inquiry before. I did a cover, and I did a good job. Robin Thicke, Lost Without You. I did this cover at least 5 years ago, probably even longer than that. And I've had people, and it reads as it reads. Guitar cover with chords, not notes. And there's I guess a guitar solo or a little riff thing. And I've had two people ask me, what are those notes? So what is that? What are the tabs? It's lead lines. And I can't put that up on the screen. That's something that I'll have to sit down with you and do a video specifically for you and give you the breakdown. But as you guys know, that been here all day long, I'm the chord man. I'm not the lead guitar man. I don't do solos and none of that stuff. Solo explains itself. Solo means by yourself, not a group of other people doing the same thing you're doing. And I don't have time because that's time consuming to sit here, note for note, and give you the notes and where it's going. I don't have time for that. I don't do that, And I think it's quite obvious when you watch any given video I got up here, which is 4,000, that you don't see me doing that. So therefore, you would just ask it, well, I notice I haven't seen this. Do you do this? Nope, thank you, goodbye. Instead of, I'm assuming that you're going to do this. So I had somebody today say this. Then I'm going to sign off. It says, please put the tabs from minute 2:05, waiting for your reply. Okay. And my reply was this. Sir, that ship has sailed 5 years ago. Because you think about it, what you're asking me to do, I guess, is put those notes up there. So how am I going to do that? In order to do that, I have to redo the video or add to the video. And that's not happening. It's like watching a movie and said, oh, y'all forgot to put that dude in there at the end So that means you have to do the entire movie over or just insert a part. It is what it is. There's nothing changing from this. So I just don't understand when people ask me to do certain things, because I'm like, it says chord lesson. It don't say I'm teaching you how to do that little run. And again, I would have to actually, first of all, find that video, which I don't know where that thing is. I did this song at least 5 years ago. That's even if I still get it in my archive. Because once I do a song, I move on. I don't go back and revisit it. Because I had some people, they'll say this, oh, you close, but you should do this, do. I'm done with that song. So you wasted 10 minutes of your day putting all this junk in, and it is what it is. It's junk up here as far as this is how you play it. That's how you play it. That's not how I play it. That's not how I'm going to play it. So they're just things you don't understand as far as the things that people do, because it's like, I'm not going back to revisit this video, I'm sure you might be able to find, maybe, but I kind of doubt it, that somebody did a whole video centered around that little guitar run, lead line run, and they'll show you and walk you through it. I'm not the guy for that, I'm not the guy for that, and I'm waiting for your reply. Okay. Okay. When you're not paying for anything, you can't demand too much. But you got some people that think that you're going to go back, because I've had other people. Could you do this video over and give me a different camera angle? If you want that, you can pay for that. That's not a problem. But just ask for it, and I'm supposed to spend 3 hours on something I've already done years ago. I don't have 3 hours to give you guys. And let me say this, because there's some people that don't get it. Most of you guys get it, but there are apparently some people that don't get it. On any given day, anywhere from 50 to 100 people. Could you do this for me? Could you do this for me? What it cause it? Am I supposed to do this for free? I don't have, it takes 3 hours to do these videos. I don't have 3 hours a day to give to people that just asked, because it's unfair to the people that get it and pay. They're like, okay, Morris, man, I'm not going to be begging. How much, Once we establish the price, I do it. Thank you. But there's some people that don't understand that. They think that they're the only ones that are going to be asking for something for free. So let me just sometime in some videos clarify that, because I'm not trying to be mean or mean-spirited or anything like that. I'm here to help you guys, but there's just so much I can do for free. I post almost several times a week, free stuff, and then you got people that want specific stuff. Fine, go through the tabbing service. And when I tell them that, don't hear from them no more. I had a guy 3 days ago, could you help me with this part in this song? I'm like, well, actually, I can do the whole song and send it to your email for $12. And that's because I think I've already done the song, so that's why I wasn't charging him the standard $25. And I can send it to you today. Ain't heard from him. Because I guess he assumed that I was going to do this for free. I don't have enough time in the day to do this stuff for free. Again, it's not that I'm not trying to help you guys, but you got to understand, you're not the only one that had that brilliant idea. Let me ask Morris, man. And that's fine. You can ask me all day long, but go through the surface, And I try to explain this where, again, it doesn't come off this as I'm not trying to help you guys, because you know my track record. I put a lot of time into this channel for free. So it's not that I'm not trying to help you guys. I can't do everything for free. Pacific Request requires going through the tabbing service. $20 a lesson. Actually, it varies. $20, $25 as far as for guitar, depending on how complicated. Usually $30 for the bass stuff, because I got to put every single note up there, and that takes much more time. So I just want to make that clear, because, again, I don't want people to think I'm slighting them or he ain't trying to help me. I am trying to help you, but you got to help you too by coming out of your pockets and financing your learning to become a good guitar player. I spent thousands of dollars throughout the years when I first started to pay teachers, which I supposed to pay them to teach me what they know. Invest in yourself, because that's what this is about. This ain't about you giving me $20. $20 don't do shit for Morris, man. Like I told you guys, on any given session, I go into the studio, I will make anywhere from $100 to $250 an hour. And I'm worth what I get paid, because I'm not just a guitar player. I'm not just a bass player. I'm not just a songwriter. I'm all that stuff. You know, I do harmonizations for groups. A lot of times when I come in and do my guitar parts, they know my track record and they say, well, what would you put here harmony note wise, you know? And I said, I would put this. And it's like, man, that's kind of clever. Yeah. You know, it's still the predictable note. I'm going to give you something else that works and it stands out in a good way. You know, so that's why I command what I get when I go into the studio. And one might ask this, well, Morris, man, if you make all that money, why are you over here getting $20? You figure that out. It's obviously not for me. It's for you. You know, I'm trying to help you guys. And there's some people that don't get that. You know, I had one guy had seen the old video where my lessons, the fee was, tab fee was $15. I said, well, you owe me $5 more, sir. Well, I don't think it's fair because the video says it should have been $15. I'm like, so two grown ass men them going to argue with $5? That's that ghetto nonsense. And I'm not ghetto. So you take your $5 because he paid me for two. So I said, you know, you take the rest of that other money and you go somewhere else. Good luck with trying to find a professional musician that will do this for you for that. Most of the guys will just tell you, I don't have time to spend 2 hours over here for $20 when I'm over here making $200. You do the math, you know, so I can't help you. You know, so there's some people that just don't realize what is being given here. You know, and sometimes that's a little discouraging to me, and it stings because I'm like, I work my ass off over here for you guys, you and you only. And there's some people that don't understand it, don't appreciate it. And for those who do, and you know who you are, and I know who you are, I appreciate that. I truly do. You know, but you got some people, they don't realize $15 ain't going too far in this situation. But I try to make it work for you guys because I'm trying to help you guys excel and become great musicians. You know, that's my purpose here. You know, but I'm going to wrap it up now. But, you know, just a lot of stuff that I see that just ain't right. You know, people selling stuff, they ain't even tested it, ain't even played it, you know. Then you got people that think that the world revolves around them and I'll ship out your item when I get around to it. You know, when you guys buy guitars from me, it go out the very next day. No later than the second day. No later than the second day. You know, because I respect you guys. You guys gave me your money, trusted me with your money. I get it out quickly as possible. I provide tracking for you guys, you know, so it ain't like, I mailed it last week. Well, I haven't gotten it yet. Well, I guess it'll get there. You can see on a daily basis where your guitar is at that given time and when it's going to get to you. But there's some people that don't appreciate that and appreciate you as a customer, like the guy on eBay. He honestly think he's going to keep my money and force a guitar on me. I don't know what planet you're from, buddy, but here that ain't going to work. Because like I told you guys, in a matter of 5 minutes now, I'm going to call PayPal and say, hey, put the brakes on this. You know, this guy haven't shipped the guitar. He's lying. Whenever he feels like he wants to do what he wants to do, screw the customer, no update. At least have the common courtesy to say, hey, I have forgotten about you. You know, your guitar is on. You know, this is the situation. Just that gesture would have not sparked this. If he was just simply 3 days into the deal, say, hey, I'm a little busy. I'm going to get this out around this time. I'm working on it. Not a problem. I would have waited. But you don't bother to tell me shit, and you think that's okay. No, it's not. Because like one of my viewers just said yesterday, and I totally agree with you. People do what you allow them to do to you. You know, because I'm not going to allow this guy to have sat on this guitar for a whole week and ain't told me nothing and ship it, and that's okay. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. You can ship that guitar here if you want to. It's just going to get shipped back. And I think eBay also makes them pay for the return. So you losing. Just shut this down, send me my money back, and repost it. And maybe you've learned the lesson in this situation. Oh, well, I can't be dragging my feet. Or if I got no alternative other than to drag my feet, I'll let the customer know. Because again, that was the gripe for me, that he didn't bother to be proactive and do nothing. Just sit there. I'm like, okay, dude, you can keep sitting there, but you won't be sitting there with my money, you know? I just don't understand that. I really don't, you know? I'm going to sign off now, but I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. Till next time.